Good morning, students. Chapter Agriculture in India, Part 1. Agriculture is considered as the backbone of Indian economy because it provides employment to a large number of people. Earlier, 75% of population depends upon agriculture, but now this percentage has reduced to 60%. Reason? Because of migration from rural to urban areas, because of the comfort of life. Now these crops are grown throughout the year by the farmers, and the main purpose of growing these crops are just to fulfill the demand of food of the rising population. Now, need for irrigation in Indian agriculture. Irrigation is giving water to crops. Why it is very necessary in Indian agriculture? First, India is agriculture country, so it have to grow the crops throughout the year. Crops which grow is for fulfilling the demand of rising population. Next, few crops require more water as compared to other. Like rice required more water, that is a stagnant water, while wheat requires a moist farm. Different type of soil requires different amount of water. Now why? Like we have a alluvial soil, black soil, red soil and laterite soil, and the demand of water is different. Alluvial and black soil, it requires a normal water, while the laterite and red soil demand more water because it is porous in nature. Monsoon on rainy season is only for 3 months. You know that the monsoon is erratic, unreliable, unpredictable, unevenly distributed, and is only for 3 months. If farmers depends only on monsoon, they are not able to grow the crops properly. To improve the quality of crop, to improve the economy of the country. If the quality of the crop will improve, then the economic condition of the country also improves, and for that irrigation is required. Problems of Indian agriculture. Now the first problem of Indian agriculture is dependence on monsoon. Dependence on monsoon means if farmer depend on monsoon, so they are not able to grow the crop, because in the Indian farmers are growing the crop, means in India crop is grown throughout the country, and monsoon is unevenly distributed, unpredictable, unreliable, and is only for 3 months. So the main problem is that farmers depends upon monsoon. Second, reason why they depend upon monsoon: poverty and unawareness of farmers. Farmers are poor and they are unaware about the new methods of agriculture. So because of that, they are not able to know the new methods and they just following the old methods. Small land holdings. Land holding means farms are small in size because of division. Old methods of agriculture. Farmers still practicing the old methods of agriculture. Whatever the tools they have, agriculture tools, they are old. Even the seeds which they used is of poor quality, because what they do after growing the crop, when the crop is ready, they just keep a grain of it for the next year as a seed, but within a year it get spoiled. So that is the poor quality of seeds they are using. So every year the yield decreases. Less facilities of warehouse. Warehouse means where they can keep the extra grain which has been grown, means whatever they have grown, whatever the yield is there per hectare, they have sold in the market. After that, whatever is left, if they want to store it, they don't have the proper warehouse to store, and they are not getting the good price of their crop because of the broker in between them. So because of that, the Indian agriculture is facing lot of problem. Just to solve this problem, in the first 5-year plan, Jawaharlal Nehru introduced Green Revolution. This Green Revolution has been introduced on an experimental basis in 3 main states: Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Why? Because especially in Punjab and Haryana, because this area have a number of rivers, fertile soil and big landforms. So because of that, here the farmers has been given few facilities so that per hectare yield will increase, and for that the better irrigation facilities has been given to them, like canal facilities. Even the tubewells has been installed in many areas. Then farmers has been educated in the modern technology, then use of chemical fertilizer, insecticide and pesticide. Even HYV seeds has been given to them, high yield variety seeds, so that the crop yield will increase per hectare. Then banks has been opened so that farmers can get loan on a less credit interest, and that can be done so that they can easily pay it back. Then provision of transport and power supply in rural areas, means road construction has been done so that whatever the crops they grow, they can be sold directly in the market region. Then provision of market facility and government procurement of grain, means now their market facility has been given and government has given a fixed price of the crop. So the farmers are now able to sell the crops at the same price without any loss. And result of this revolution was that it has enabled farmers to practice double or triple crops production, means in a year they can grow 2 or 3 crops. Greater agriculture output leading to greater employment opportunity, means when the yield has increased per hectare, so it inspired the people to work more in agriculture farms, and this increased the employment. Export of surplus grain leading to increase in GDP, gross domestic production. So when the yield has increased, it has given extra, so it can be exported to the country so that to gain the gross domestic production. The nation achieved self-reliance in the field of food grains requirement. Now the country has able to grow food whatever is required in for the country for the rising population. So it has given the self-reliance to them to grow the crops by their own. And these green revolution increased the per hectare yield almost 5 times. So because of all this experiment, now in the country we are independent and we are growing the food crops for the rising population easily and properly, and there is no shortage of food in our country. I think this much chapter is clear to you. Thank you.